my child. This message is for you alone. I know you almost scrolled past this moment, and something in you said, stay. That was me calling you. I have been waiting here at the exact second your spirit would be tender enough to hear and strong enough to receive. There are forces that do not want you to listen. Distractions, sudden noises, a memory of shame, a phantom urgency will try to make you move on. Do not move. This is a preserved moment. If you do not rush past it, you will recognize what was kept for you. You have been carrying a quiet ache over what you think you lost. Money that slipped through your fingers, the timing you missed, the opportunity that seemed to close, even the soft thread between your heart and the idea of provision. Hear me. None of it was wasted. I preserved it. I did not cancel it. I covered it. I did not throw it away. I rerouted it. What you thought fell into a void was placed in my keeping, shielded from storms you could not see, held until your hands could carry it without trembling. I am not a man that I should lie. I do not tease my children. This is not hype. This is prophecy. Take a breath. Put your hand on your chest. Feel the rise and fall. That is not emptiness. It is evidence. Breath in your body and purpose in your days. Say out loud, gently, like you are agreeing with me, I will not rush. Now write it where your eyes can see it and your hands can witness it. Type the words, I will not rush. This is a small act in the natural that marks a large door in the spirit. Your written words are seeds, and this one seed will begin to untangle the knot that fear tied around your attention. You have asked me, did I miss it? Did I ruin it? Did I imagine your promise? Listen, I have been standing between you and unnecessary losses. When the wind howled, I covered your portion. When your own nerves shook your grip, I steadied what mattered. When the timeline bent, I held the line of your inheritance taut so it would not snap. I watched the late nights, the second guessing, the embarrassment after spending, the bruise of comparison when others seemed to move while you stood still. I saw the way you stopped looking at numbers because they looked back like accusations. I saw the way your mind ran to fixes that cost you peace. And I was not distant. I placed a hand over the account you could not manage and the door you would have entered too early. I called it preserved. I know the whisper that says, if it was preserved, why does my heart feel empty-handed? Because fear charged you a fee for access to your own life. The enemy knows he cannot destroy what I have decreed, so he taxes your attention with panic and rents your imagination with false alarms. Rushing is his favorite toll booth. He waits until you feel pressured, then he convinces you that movement equals progress. My child, frantic motion is not the same as faithful forward. Rushing is how he steals returns that require attention. That is why I stopped you here. This is an interception of a habit, of a thought, of a pattern. I am breaking the handshake you made with hurry. Take another breath. Feel my nearness. The warmth you sense is not adrenaline, it is assurance. The tightened place in your chest is loosening under my hand. This is what calm feels like when it first arrives. It can be unfamiliar if you are used to striving. Stay with me. You are safe with me. I have the final say over your timing, your resources, and your restoration. Heaven and earth may pass away, but my word over you stands. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed for your life. You are wondering, what exactly was preserved? The money you yielded to soothe the ache. I will teach you how to recognize it when it begins to circulate toward you again. The chance you believe expired, I scheduled it to return in a form that will honor your growth. The timing you fear is gone. I folded it and stored it like fine linen. When I set the table, it will be wrinkle-free. Even your relationship to provision, the way your heart clenches when you think about bills, opportunities, and risk. I am healing that. Provision is not your master. It is a servant I send to your house. You will not be chased by survival. Goodness and mercy will follow you. Before we continue, place your hand on your chest again. Whisper, I will not rush. Let your body learn the rhythm of peace. Now agree with me in writing. Type it. I will not rush. This is a sign between us. Do it now, not later. When you sow attention, you reap discernment. When you plant stillness, you harvest clarity. I will show you step by step how fear made you leak money and peace, how invisible drips became visible drains. I will illuminate the patterns that charged you interest on imaginary debts. And I will teach you how to receive what returns without panic, without the need to prove or perform. I will teach your hands to hold and your heart to rest, not someday, beginning now. Within the next 72 hours, you will see small confirmations that what I am saying is true. A refund you were not expecting, a message you thought was lost that resurfaces, a rescheduled appointment that reopens what closed. Do not dismiss the quiet. I work in whispers before I thunder, so your trust grows roots. When these signs appear, do not rush to spend the relief on excitement. Breathe. Say, I receive without panic. I am training your nervous system to agree with your destiny. I am here to keep you from missing what I kept for you. Do not let the old story of failure narrate this hour. What you thought you lost, I preserved. What you assume is gone, I have in my hand. If you stay with me, if you refuse the rush, you will recognize it. This is a preserved moment. It is the doorway out of the pattern that taxed you and into the place where provision is protected by peace. Take a breath. Agree with me one more time. I will not rush. It is done, and we are just beginning. My child, hear me with your whole heart. The door you called closed was me, protecting your portion. I know the sting you felt when it shut, the heat that flushed your face when you realized the timing slipped, the private embarrassment you carried when you compared your pace to theirs. I saw the nights you replayed the meeting you canceled, the email you sent too late, the conversation you wish you could revise. I heard the whisper, if I had only, and I did not turn away. Every if only, every sigh over bills, every quick mental math you did at the kitchen table, counting and recounting what remained, wondering if the future would always feel this tight. I was there. I did not call you foolish for caring. I called you mine, and I covered you. Take a slow breath. Place your hand over your chest again. Let the rhythm return. I want you to feel this. You were not rejected. You were shielded. What you named denial, I named deliverance. The agreement you wanted to sign had a clause hidden in fine print that would have taxed your peace. The door that looked like favor was a hallway lined with drains, leaking time, leaking attention, leaking identity. I did not let you walk through it because I do not send my children into traps. I would rather let you feel misunderstood for a moment than let you be misused for a season. I withhold no good thing. I do not tease my children. I do not dangle blessing to mock you. Preservation was not punishment. It was proof of my love. You have wondered if you failed some secret test, if your hesitation disqualified you, if your nervous system betrayed your destiny. Listen to me. Your nervousness in that moment was an alarm I installed. The tightness you felt, the lack of peace, the way something in you could not say yes, those were fingerprints of my protection. I have trained peace to be your permission. When peace is absent, there is a reason. I am a father who stands at certain thresholds and says, not this one, not like this, not with those terms. The enemy will call it missing out. I call it being set apart. The gates of hell cannot force you into what I have forbidden. You are thinking of specific moments, the job you almost took because the pay looked like rescue, the partnership that promised exposure but fed on your boundaries, the apartment application that fell through when you thought you could not bear one more delay. My child, there were costs you could not see yet, interest rates designed to keep you serving a bill, leadership that would have starved your gift, geography that would have estranged you from the very community I was preparing as your support. I barred those entries because they would have billed you monthly in energy, identity, and time. I protected your portion from predatory terms. Hear me. Your portion is intact. What is yours by promise is still yours by protection. I covered it while I covered you. I rerouted opportunities so they would meet you where your boundaries are healthy, where your discernment is awake, where your pace is sustainable. Some of what you mourned is even now circling back, not as a rerun of a compromising offer, but as a refined invitation. It may not wear the same clothes, it may not use the same company name or come from the same contact. It will come as a new client who values what you actually carry, a job that fits your calling instead of consuming it, a contract with clear terms and real rest built in, a letter of debt relief that unties what fear knotted, a budget that works because your discipline has been restored, a night of sleep that seals the peace you thought only money could purchase. Do not despise the new wrapping. Do not mourn the old packaging. Your portion is returning the way I always intended, without hidden hooks. Before we go further, mark this truth with me. Whisper, protected, not rejected. Now put it where your eyes can testify to it. Write the words, protected, not rejected. Your written words are seeds, and this seed will uproot shame. When you feel that old ache rise, let this phrase be the doorframe you touch on your way out. Protected, not rejected. Do you feel the relief shift the weight inside you? That is me settling your interior so you can hold what returns. I know you are wary. You do not want to be fooled by another almost. That is why I am teaching you my sound. The return comes with calm in its voice. It will not rush you into signing. It will not require you to abandon who you have become. It will honor the boundaries you established in the quiet with me. It will confirm itself with peace, with order, with alignment that does not need you to bleed to belong. When it knocks, you will not hear panic. You will hear permission. And you will recognize me in the details, the timing that lets you breathe, the terms that feel like stewardship instead of strain, the quiet joy that settles instead of spikes. Let me say it again so your heart stops arguing with your history. The door you called closed was me, protecting your portion. I did not lose track of you. I did not change my mind about your future. I preserved your inheritance by placing my hand over entrances that would have drained you dry. I stood between you and wolves dressed as opportunities. I kept what was yours from being sold to urgency. This is love in action, not absence. This is shepherding, not shaming. This is what it feels like to be fathered. Now, pay attention to the next movement because protection is only half the story. To receive the return, you must stop paying the thief. Fear has been invoicing you for years, charging you rush fees, late fees, convenience fees for imaginary emergencies. He makes you spend to soothe the alarm he pulled. He makes you move to escape the pressure he created. I am exposing him. I am teaching you to recognize his tactics so you can close the leaks he opened. We will not fund his lies with your life anymore. Take one more breath. Say out loud, my portion is covered, my path is protected, my pace is peace. Let your body learn the new agreement. When the quiet email arrives, when the phone call comes, when the small refund posts, do not sprint, do not overpromise, do not buy to celebrate. Pause. Let peace be the gatekeeper. Your portion is not fragile. It is preserved, and what returns to you now returns to stay. My child, listen closely. I am exposing the thief. Fear does not simply bruise your feelings, it sends you a bill. He is strategic. He studies your rhythms, the hour your body is tired, the days your account runs thin, the memories that still sting. He waits until your heart rate ticks up, and then he dresses panic as being responsible. He rushes you into choices that look mature but are really bondage. He says, hurry or you'll miss it. Say yes or you'll be left. Buy now or the door will close forever. And every time you agree with that voice, he charges you. Fees you didn't need to pay, terms you didn't have to accept, rest you did not have to lose. Take a slow breath. What you feel in your chest is not doom. It is discernment waking up. Place your hand over your heart. Let your shoulders lower. Unclench your jaw. I am here. I am not scolding you. I am training you. This is not hype. This is correction with a promise attached. The enemy has been presenting you with counterfeits that looked like smart moves. Overnight shipping because you were afraid to disappoint. Expedited processing because the what-if in your head grew loud. A deposit you threw at an opportunity that did not carry peace because urgency bullied you. A contract you signed under fluorescent lights with a tight throat, calling it adulting while your spirit whispered, not yet. He profits from your adrenaline. He cannot touch the inheritance I decreed, so he taxes the path you walk to receive it. My child, look at how this warfare wears a business suit. Overdraft fees you paid because panic kept you from opening the app and planning your week. Late fees because avoidance felt safer than numbers. Restocking fees because you bought comfort in a box and then shame made you send it back. Cancellation penalties because you said yes too fast and then had to claw your way out. High interest balances that grew while you called them a bridge. Subscriptions quietly draining you because it hurt to admit you no longer needed them. Even ride shares because you were too anxious to sit in the stillness of a bus. None of these are random. Fear arranged the stage, cued the lights, and then sold you a ticket to your own exhaustion. He also charges your relationships. Irritability after impulse spending becomes an argument at home. A pressured yes turns into resentment with a colleague. Pretending you're fine while carrying private dread isolates you from the very voices I sent to help you. Fear fractures intimacy because it tells you to hide the mess. And while you hide, he adds interest, more shame, more secrecy, another avoidance loop. But I am cutting that loop open right now. I am bringing light to the invoice he slid under your door when you were tired. I am saying, enough. Hear me. Fear is not merely a feeling to manage. It is a strategy to make you pay to escape threats that are not present. He paints a worst-case scenario across your mind and then offers you an exit ramp that costs more than staying on the road. He says, buy calm. He says, sign safety. He says, rush respectability. I say, peace is free, and it is yours as an inheritance. I say, if you do not have peace, you do not have permission. I say, your portion will not expire in the next 5 minutes. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. A countdown clock on a screen certainly cannot. Right now, he is trying to interrupt this deliverance. A notification will buzz. A text will flash. A memory of a mistake will surface to pull you into replay. A sudden urge to tidy a drawer, to make tea, to scroll. Anything to avoid sitting with this word will rise. Recognize these as tactics. Do not feed them with your attention. Stay. Take another breath. Say out loud, I refuse the rush. I receive the peace. Let the sound of your own voice mark a new agreement. I am not exposing you. I am exposing him. I am not shaming you. I am shielding you. I am handing you language and awareness so you can keep what I am returning to you. The thief has been sending fraudulent invoices labeled convenience, limited time, just in case. I am canceling them. I am teaching you to ask, who benefits from my panic? Does this choice come dressed in peace or in pressure? I am giving you a pause that cannot be purchased, a holy delay that guards your destiny from predatory terms. Feel the difference. Pressure spikes and then crashes. Peace settles and then strengthens. Pressure narrows your options to now or never. Peace widens your view to include me. Pressure leans your body forward, makes your breath shallow, makes your fingers twitch to click. Peace lets your spine rest against the back of the chair and your breath fill your ribs. Pressure hides the fine print. Peace reads it slowly, with light. This is how you will discern. This is how you will stop paying the thief. I will not leave you with exposure without a path. In the next movement, I will show you 3 specific leaks he opened. 3 pipes where money and peace have been dripping. Panic, spending, rushing decisions, and avoidance. And I will give you 3 faith actions to seal them. Not complicated rituals, not 12 steps that make you dizzy. Simple, holy patterns that retrain your nervous system and restore order to your house. Comfort without purchase, permission through peace, clarity without condemnation. We will close what he opened. Before we step there, I am adjusting your interior right now. Take a slow breath through your nose. Let it out even slower. That tightness in your chest? Not doom. Discernment waking. That heat in your face? Not shame. Exposure flushing out what hid in the dark. The slight trembling in your fingers? Not weakness. Strength learning a new grip. Say, I will not buy my comfort. I will not sign without peace. I will not hide from numbers. Your written words are seeds, and your spoken words are shields. Guard your mouth in this hour. Guard your scroll. Guard your pace. Do you feel the quiet? That is me. I am here. I am placing my hand over your calendar, your bank statement, your browser, your breath. I am breaking the partnership with panic. I am ending the tax you've been paying to imagined emergencies. I am restoring your attention to you. When the small returns arrive, the refund, the reschedule, the reopened conversation, do not let fear invoice you again with celebration spending or apology signing. We are moving from anxious pressure into grounded peace and confident expectancy. We are training for legacy, not for a moment of relief. Stay with me. The thief has been unmasked. He will snarl once or twice to see if you still move. When he rattles the cage, do not move. I have the final say. What I preserved will not be lost in a checkout cart or a hurried signature. We will close the leaks. We will steward the return. And you will learn the freedom of a life no longer built by fear. My child, lean in. We begin with the first leak, panic spending. I have watched the moments your thumb hovered over a buy button like it was a life raft. I saw the late-night cart built out of loneliness, the midday delivery ordered to drown the dread, the small add-ons tucked into checkout because it felt rude to leave with too little, the comfort subscriptions that auto-renewed because canceling felt like admitting you were not okay. I saw the scrolling triggered purchases when a photo pricked old shame and an influencer's voice promised, "This will fix the feeling." I do not call you foolish, I call you mine. You were not trying to be reckless, you were trying to breathe. Panic made a counterfeit altar out of a cart, and you brought it offerings hoping to feel safe. Hear me, I am not scolding you, I am setting you free. Fear is a salesman with perfect timing. He waits until your breath shortens, until a bill lands, until a conversation scrapes your worth, until your body hums with unease. Then he whispers, "You deserve relief. Treat yourself. This will steady you." He offers relief with a price tag that looks small in the moment and heavy in the morning. The calm you bought lasts minutes. The guilt it births lasts days. The package on the porch looks like provision but opens like pressure. The interest it adds to your month squeezes your future self out of rest. This is how he charges you, a temporary hush followed by tighter margins. The voice that told you to buy comfort then mocks you for needing it. That is not comfort. That is captivity dressed in tissue paper. Listen to me. You are not weak. You were medicating pressure with what the world markets as peace. You were trying to quiet an honest alarm with a noisy solution. Your nervous system has learned to seek quick exits because panic convinced it that relief must be immediate to be real. But peace is not a product. Peace is your inheritance. It does not arrive in a box. It settles like a hand on your chest. It does not spike. It roots. I will retrain your body to receive what I freely give, without leaking your provision to a counterfeiter. I am giving you a holy replacement, simple, strong, doable in a grocery aisle, in a parking lot, on a couch at 11:37 p.m. When the urge rises, do this. Pause your thumb. Put the phone face down. Place your hand on your chest. Breathe in through your nose for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. Do this 3 times. Drink water, 2 slow swallows. Feel it cool the heat that panic stirs. Whisper this 1-sentence prayer to me and say my name. Prince of Peace, govern me now. I refuse to buy what you freely give. Then wait. 24 hours before any non-essential spend. Not a week that turns into avoidance. Not an hour that fear can rush. 24 hours. In those hours, let me show you what you are really after. Is it relief? Is it validation? Is it a sense of progress after a day that felt like standing still? I will meet you there. I will give you comfort without purchase. If after 24 hours, you still desire the item and you still have peace, and hear me, peace, not adrenaline, permission, not pressure, and it aligns with the order I am bringing to your house, then buy it with a quiet heart and a clear plan. But if the hunger for it drains as the hours pass, if the need was simply a flare that burned out when calm arrived, you will have learned something vital. Your body was asking for me, not for mail. I am also giving you questions that cut the cord between panic and purchase. Ask them out loud. Let your ears hear your kind authority. 1. Do I have peace? 2. Do I have provision for this without debt? 3. Is this a tool or a pacifier? 4. Am I trying to be seen or soothed by strangers? If any answer exposes panic, step back. Put the item on a list titled Not Now. Lists are not graveyards. They are gardens where impulse loses its urgency and real desire can be distinguished from the noise. Your written words are seeds. When you write Not Now, you are not shaming yourself. You are shepherding yourself. Some of you are tangled in subscriptions that sold you identity, healthy, efficient, in the know. I am not asking you to live joyless or to deny beauty. I am asking you to fire the pacifiers. This week, one by one, without dread, open the accounts. Breathe. Cancel what does not carry peace. Not with self-hatred, but with a smile. You are not depriving yourself. You are delivering yourself. Then set aside a calm joy envelope, a small, pre-decided portion that honors delight without feeding panic. Joy within boundaries is worship. Panic without boundaries is waste. I know the spike that follows a hard day. After the meeting where your voice shook, after the phone call that reopened grief, after looking at numbers and feeling the heat of shame climb your neck. You will feel the reflex. I need to buy my way back to okay. Hear me. Pause. I will come faster than shipping. I will arrive cleaner than a confirmation email. I will not invoice you later. Take one more breath. Say out loud, I will not buy peace. Peace is my inheritance. Say it again. Let your spine feel the difference. Now write it. Type the words. I choose peace over panic. Do it now, not to impress me, I am already convinced, to instruct your own soul. Your written words are seeds, and this seed grows a boundary around your heart. I am also restoring what panic leaked. Watch me. Credits and refunds you forgot will return. Fees will be waived when you ask with calm. Clothes you bought in a rush and never wore will become provision when sold or returned. Even the learning itself is a restoration. I redeem by instruction as surely as I redeem by cash. Do not despise small restorations. Every quiet no you say to panic is a yes to legacy. The enemy taxed your adrenaline. I am paying you back in attention, in margin, in sleep, in self-respect. This is not hype. This is prophecy. Within days, you will notice the first signs. A lower statement than you expected. A canceled charge you worried about. A desire that used to rule you and now releases you. Mark it. Thank me. Do not celebrate by spending against the very peace I just returned. Hear the warfare in this. The algorithm studies your ache and packages a false savior the moment you feel vulnerable. This is not random. It is a marketplace of anxieties. But the gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and targeted ads cannot target my peace. Train your eyes. When the feed says, hurry, ends tonight, you will answer, my portion is not on sale and my peace is not for purchase. When a friend says, let's just buy it and feel better, you will gently say, I love us too much to bill our future for a present we can receive for free. You are going to feel awkward the first few times you pause. Your body will think nothing is happening because nothing flashy is happening. But in the unseen, your roots are thickening. Your heart is learning to be governed by me rather than by a countdown clock. This is what maturity sounds like in the spirit. The quiet click of a cart closed without checkout. The soft exhale of a nervous system that discovers it doesn't have to purchase proof of safety. Take a breath with me now. In, hold, out, slow. Again, place your hand on your chest. I am right here. Whisper, Prince of Peace, govern me now. I refuse to buy what you freely give. Now declare it, strong and gentle. I will not buy peace. Peace is my inheritance. Let your ears hear you. Let your body register it. And write the confirmation, I choose peace over panic. Your words are not performative, they are formative. You are not merely avoiding a purchase, you are installing a new pattern. We have closed the first valve. You will begin to hear the house of your soul grow quieter, no more hissing drip of money and energy escaping into the night. Do not mourn the old ritual, bless the new one. We are moving from anxious pressure into grounded peace and confident expectancy. What returns to you will now have a container that does not leak at the seams of panic. This is how you steward the comeback I preserved, with calm habits, with holy pauses, with hands that receive without shaking. We are not done. But feel this, already the room is lighter. Already the thief's favorite invoice is canceled. Stay with me. We are just beginning to live unbilled by fear. My child, stay with me. We have closed the first valve. Now we turn to the second, rushing decisions. Fear does not only make you buy, it makes you bolt. He inflates the moment until it feels like oxygen is running out, and the only way to breathe is to move right now. He says, sign it now, quit now, move now, say yes now. He calls panic decisiveness, and he calls pressure faith. But hear me, if you do not have peace, you do not have permission. Rushing is how fear turns choices into costs. Look at the pattern I am exposing. You read terms you didn't read. You nodded through the part where your stomach tightened. You took a loan because the room felt small and the calendar felt loud. You typed a resignation letter at midnight with tears in your eyes and no covering plan, telling yourself you were being brave When you were really trying to escape a sound you didn't know how to silence. You agreed to timelines your spirit could not carry. You moved zip codes to outrun a feeling that lives inside your chest. My child, I am not condemning you. I am calling you back to my cadence. The enemy hijacked the wheel and used your courage against you. I am returning your courage with wisdom. Hear the difference. Urgency feels like choking. It narrows your view and shoves you forward with a hand on your back. It spikes, then collapses, leaving you tired and unsure. Alignment feels like steady clarity. It may be bold, it may call for a leap, but it does not shove, it invites. It spreads light down the path just far enough for the next step and sets your shoulders down while your feet move. Urgency is a storm siren in your ears. Alignment is a settled yes in your belly. When I lead, peace escorts you even when the move is disruptive. When fear leads, panic rides shotgun and bills you later. Take a breath. Put your hand on your chest again. Feel for the escort. Do you sense calm forming under the ribs? Not the fake calm of at least I did something, but the quiet solidness that says, we can do this with God? That is alignment. If you cannot find it, do not sign. If your throat is tight and your jaw is buzzing and the pen feels like a weapon you must wield before time runs out, step back. Nothing I have preserved for you needs you to violate my peace to obtain it. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. A countdown timer, a hard cell, or a tense office cannot either. I am giving you guardrails that are not suggestions. They are obedience. They will feel like small fences, but they are mighty walls against costly haste. First, sleep on it. Every major decision, job offers, leases, loans, partnerships, resignations, moves, goes through one night of rest minimum. Fear loses volume overnight. Wisdom gains words. If they cannot honor a night, they do not honor your peace. If the offer wilts at the touch of a pillow, it was not your portion. Second, ask 2 confirming questions out loud. Do I have peace? Do I have order? Peace without order is sentiment. Order without peace is control. I lead with both. If your peace is missing, you do not have permission. If your order is chaos, you do not have clarity. Wait. Third, request everything in writing, not to be difficult, to be diligent. If they resist documentation, they plan to dine on your confusion later. Words spoken under pressure evaporate. Words written under light can be reread in calm. Ask for the terms, the timeline, the costs, the exits. Read them after you eat, after you breathe. Pressure hides fine print, peace highlights it. Fourth, never negotiate from desperation. If your body is saying, I have to or else, you are in a lie. Step away, drink water, walk, pray, say, I will not sell my peace for speed. If they say, this is your only chance, hear me. Oppression loves the word only. I own cattle on 1,000 hills. I am not limited to one gatekeeper, one deadline, one path. If a door requires you to panic to enter, it is not a door I opened for you. Fifth, submit your decision to wise counsel that loves your calling more than your comfort, not a chorus of anxious friends, 1 or 2 voices who know me and know you. Speak the facts plainly. Ask them to listen for pressure versus peace. Pride rushes to prove it knows. Humility pauses to test the spirit. The enemy studies your isolation. Break it. Now, lift your eyes. You have mourned opportunities you rushed past or rushed into. Hear my reframe. What returns will come with cleaner lines and a calmer you. The job that once demanded you abandon your boundaries will reappear as a role that fits your call. The partnership that pressured you to be small will be replaced with one that values your voice. A property that strained your margins will make sense in a season when your roots are deeper and your numbers are known. It may come with a new name, a new contact, a new timeline, That is not loss. That is preservation maturing into provision. You will not be manipulated this time because you will not negotiate with panic. When the email comes, when the call lands, you will test for peace. You will ask for order. You will sleep. You will see. Then you will move, calmly, cleanly, confidently. I am also healing what you rushed away from. Some of you quit without a plan because the room felt suffocating. You are not condemned. I will feed you in the interim, but learn this with me. You do not jump ship in a storm. You consult the captain. When it is time to leave, I will send you out with a covering plan, with references intact, with finances organized, with a next step, not just an exit sign. Bravery without blueprint is a tax. Courage with counsel is a transfer. Do not be fooled by loud moments trying to masquerade as destiny. The enemy will tempt you to reclaim control by making a big move to feel in charge. He knows you are tired of waiting. He will use the language of "take back your power" to lure you into paying premiums for choices that could have been free with patience. I am not asking you to be passive. I am training you to be paced by me. The steady step of alignment will accomplish in weeks what panic tries to brute force in hours and then spends months repairing. Mark these confirmations I am sending. Within days, you will see at least one pressured decision melt on its own. An urgent ask will evaporate without your yes, and you will feel relief flood a space that used to fill with guilt. You will receive revised terms you did not chase. More time to decide, clearer language, a kinder timeline. You will experience what it is to pause and not be punished. This is me proving to your nervous system that peace is not a trap. It is a gate. Take a breath. In, hold, out, slow. Say, if I do not have peace, I do not have permission. Say it again. Now add, I choose alignment over urgency. I trade pressure for order. Write it somewhere you will see in the very hour temptation to rush arrives. Your written words are seeds. This one will grow into a rhythm that guards you when your strength is low. And hear me soften your heart for the next revelation, because we will go deeper still. Fear does not only rush you into premature moves, he also silences you until the numbers become nightmares. He drives your feet or he ties your tongue. He pushes you to sign or he persuades you to never open the app. The same adversary plays both sides of the board, sprinting and hiding. We have dealt with the sprint. Next, I will touch the hiding. But for now, rest in this. Your pace is protected. The return I preserved will not require you to choke to receive it. When you walk with me, your yes will sound like peace, and peace will prove it was me. My child, stay right here. We have dealt with the sprint. Now I am touching the hiding. This is the quiet pattern that has cost you more than you knew. Unopened envelopes stacked like little tombstones on the counter. The bank app you swipe past as if it might bite. The taxes delayed because you fear the answer. The subscriptions you ignore because canceling feels like admitting defeat. The debt you will not name because the number feels like a verdict. You didn't set out to be irresponsible. You were overwhelmed. Shame took a megaphone and coached you to play dead. It told you, if you don't look, it won't hurt. But avoidance is expensive. Every day of hiding charges you interest, in money, in energy, in sleep, in self-respect. Hear me with tenderness. I saw the day numbers became associated with danger. I remember the arguments you overheard over bills. I remember the letter that arrived the same week you were already grieving. I remember the month an unexpected cost emptied what little you had, and the feeling of falling through an unseen trapdoor. Your body learned a reflex, close eyes, close apps, close mail. I am not scolding you. I am reparenting your nervous system. Shame says, you're a mess. I say, you were protecting yourself the only way you knew. Now I am giving you a better way. Light breaks curses, clarity breaks cycles. Look at the thief's scheme. He hides in fog. He knows monsters look bigger in the dark. He whispers, "Don't open it," because as long as the number is unknown, he can multiply it in your imagination until it becomes a giant that sits on your chest at 2 a.m. But when you bring light, monsters shrink into math, and math is not your master, it is your servant. Digits line up and obey. Timelines become visible. Options appear where fear swore there were none. This is spiritual warfare wearing spreadsheets. He fed on your secrecy. I am feeding you with sight. Take a slow breath. In, hold, out, even slower. Place your hand on your chest. The heat rising in your face is not condemnation. It is courage warming up. The flutter in your stomach is not doom. It is me adjusting your grip. Say, I am safe with God when I look. Say it again. You are not walking into a courtroom. You are walking into a classroom, and I am your teacher and father, both patient and firm. Avoidance has been billing you. Late fees, overdrafts, penalties, auto renewals you forgot. Higher rates because you missed the window to ask. Taxes with needless fines because fear delayed what could have been managed with time. It also charged your soul, the background hum of dread, the habit of bracing every time the mail slides through the slot, the jump in your chest when you hear a notification, the way joy dims when you remember there's probably a bill I didn't open. Enough. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. A stack of envelopes cannot either. We will open and you will not break. Here is our gentle today plan. Not a marathon, not an overhaul. A 15-minute money meeting with me. Set a timer for 15, not 14, not 50. 15. Sit in a place with light. Put a glass of water within reach. Whisper, Prince of Peace, govern my sight. Then open one portal of truth. The bank app, the credit card statement, the email folder labeled receipts, the pile of envelopes. Only one. For 15 minutes you will not fix or spin. You will face. You will write down totals without judgment. Use a scrap paper, a notes app, the back of an envelope. Quiet, simple. Write the balances as they are. Write the due dates as they are. No commentary, no, I can't believe. Just numbers. As you write, say, these digits are information, not identity. If emotion surges, drink water. Feel it soothe. Breathe again. You are not alone at this table. When the timer ends, stop. Even if you feel a rush to do more, honor the boundary. We are building trust with your body. We are teaching your mind that looking is survivable. Looking is safe. Looking is holy. The monster did not eat you. It shrank under light. Then choose one small action, only one. Call and ask for a fee waiver. Cancel one subscription you no longer need. Request a lower rate with calm, not apology. Set one reminder for a due date with a 2-day buffer. If taxes are the shadow, book the appointment or start the digital file with a name. Peaceful Taxes 2026. If a bill was sent to collections, ask for a payment plan you can keep. If an account username keeps you locked out, reset it now. This is not about fixing everything tonight. It is about retaking authority 1 inch at a time. Inches make miles when you walk them with me. Do not narrate yourself as a failure while you do this. Guard your words. No more, I'm so bad with money. No more, I'm a mess. Your mouth is a steering wheel. Do not aim it at a ditch. Say what is true and constructive. I am learning order. I face what I can change. Say it now. Say it out loud. Then plant the seed I am asking for. Type these words, I am ready to look with God. Your written words are seeds. When you write that sentence, you are sowing clarity into the ground where confusion grew. You are telling your own soul, we are not running anymore. I will confirm this shift. Within days, you will see small kindnesses on the path of clarity. A fee waived you were afraid to ask about. A forgotten credit discovered. A bill lower than your imagination threatened. A customer service voice that meets you with favor. A document you thought was lost found easily. These are not accidents. They are training treats for your nervous system. I am teaching you that peace pays better than panic, and that looking is the beginning of freedom. Do not celebrate by closing your eyes again. Celebrate by scheduling your next 15-minute meeting. Make it weekly. Same time, same gentle posture. Light, water, breath, prayer, look, write. Choose one action. Stop when the timer speaks. Over time, you will notice what once made your hands shake now makes your shoulders settle. You will remember due dates without dread. You will plan before the pain arrives. You will see the month before the month sees you. This is deliverance disguised as habit. This is inner healing with a calendar. Some of you fear that looking will prove there is not enough. My child, I preserved what you thought you lost. Looking will not create lack. It will reveal pathways for provision to find you. Numbers in light attract solutions. Negotiations that make sense, timelines that breathe, favor that had no way to land because you had not named what you needed. I am with you in the math. I am with you in the call. I am with you when you click cancel and feel both grief and relief. I do not tease my children. When I promise wisdom, I give it. Right now, the enemy is trying to jingle keys, a text, a sudden urge to clean a drawer, the thought that you should wait for the perfect time to start. No, the perfect time is when peace is present, and peace is present now. Take a breath. Whisper, I face what I can change. Type, I am ready to look with God. Then keep your appointment with me today or by sunset tomorrow, not from panic, from partnership. Do you feel the room quieter? That is the sound of the third leak closing. The drip of dread is drying. You are not the person you were when you started this message. You are steadier. You are kinder to your own soul. You are becoming a person who opens, looks, names, and acts with me. Soon I will ask you to close your eyes, not to hide, but to see. Because what I preserved is circling back with a shape and a sound. And when it arrives, you will not flinch or fumble. You will receive it with calm, wise hands, because you will know what you carry and where it goes. Peace is not a trap. It is your gate, and you just walked through it. My child, stay with me. Close your eyes. Feel how the room has softened. That stillness you sense is not emptiness. It is space I cleared for a preview. I am going to show you the return, and I want you to receive what I show as information and inheritance, not imagination. Take a breath. In, hold, out, slow. Let your shoulders drop. Put your hand on your chest. Say, I am safe with God when I see. Now listen to my voice and let me paint what I have preserved. It is morning, not loud, not rushed. Light spills in like a promise kept, gold and pale and gentle across white walls. Windows are open to a horizon of water, that endless blue you have dreamed about, and the sound is steady, rhythmic, peaceful, the waves breathing for you when you once forgot how. The table is clear and waiting, not a battlefield. A table, on it, a simple binder, a cup releasing the warmth of tea or coffee, a pen that does not tremble in your hand. Your breathing is even. Notice it. In, out, unhurried. The bills that once shouted are now quiet pages, organized, scheduled, paid on time, some paid early, one stamped paid in full with ink that doesn't smudge, because you are not in a hurry. The calendar on the wall has room around the squares. You have margin. You have mornings that do not punish you. Laughter returns to your room before noon. Hear it, a soft chuckle at the kettle's tiny whistle. Later, a fuller laugh when a message arrives with good news. Peace is not a visitor. It lives here. Walk through the house with me. The floors are cool under your feet. The air smells like clean linen and salt. There is a bowl for keys, and the keys are in it. Nothing scattered, nothing lost. By the doorway, a list with simple lines. Today, one call. Today, one transfer. Today, one choice. You check a box with no rush and feel a wave of gratitude. Step to the window. The water moves steady, unanxious. It keeps time with your heart. Somewhere a child's voice or a friend's voice laughs in another room because laughter is allowed here again. A number that used to make you dizzy now sits in a column you understand. The number is smaller than the imagination that tormented you. Even if it is not small yet, it is obedient. It is marching down in order because you and I set a pace, and numbers obey order. This is the shape of the return. Simple, bright, breathable. Hear me. This is not fantasy. This is not hype. This is a preview of what has been arranged and protected in the physical realm. This house by the water exists. Whether it is your literal address today or a literal future address I am leading you toward, its peace is your present portion. A specific table, a real window, bills with your name, statements with their balances, and the grace to steward them with calm. I preserved what you called lost. I covered what looked canceled. Now I am uncovering it without the panic that once leaked it away. Look closer and you will see the returns I have been orchestrating. The email you thought would never come has reappeared in a kinder tone. We would love to revisit your application. The role has been restructured. Same company, different timeline, same door, different you. You rid it without the old adrenaline, and you answer with boundaries, hours, compensation, clarity in writing. The client who disappeared messages you. Are you available again? We have a budget and a longer runway. You say yes with a scope that honors your body and your calendar, not to prove your worth, but to preserve your peace. A letter arrives about a debt you have carried like a stone. We are prepared to settle for less than you owe. You breathe. You ask for terms you can keep. You choose faithfulness over flair. A refund posts from an overpayment you forgot. A small kindness that lands on a day you might have called hard. A subscription you canceled last week quietly stops charging, and you feel the tiniest celebration rise in your chest because leakage is ending. A disciplined routine returns, but it is not brittle. Money Mondays at 8:30 with tea and light. A 15-minute meeting that has become muscle memory. The routine does not boss you, it blesses you. Do you see it? Do you feel it settling? Listen for the sound of the return. It will not shout. It comes like waves, like emails that arrive at 9:12 a.m., like a phone call that begins, "I've been thinking about you," like a transfer notification with a memo reading adjustment, credit, revised, approved. It comes as a calendar invite from someone you have been waiting on, with sane time to prepare. It comes as an invoice paid on the date it was due, and then again the next month because order has replaced begging. The enemy wants you to think blessing always arrives as a thunderclap. Not this time. This is river blessing, constant, cumulative, sure. Now, my child, let me teach you discernment inside this vision. The return will require you to move differently. You may walk through a familiar category, a job, a client, a property, a payment plan, but you will not walk as the one who rushed or hid. Same category, new wisdom, same door, guarded peace. You will ask for it in writing without apology. You will test for the escort of peace before you sign. You will sleep one night before major moves. You will choose a plan you can keep over a promise that flatters pride. You will put due dates on a calendar that you actually look at. You will not spend to soothe. You will not sprint to silence anxiety. You will host what returns like a good steward in a calm house, not like a panicked guest who fears the blessing will flee. Hear me plainly. This scene is not a tease. I do not tease my children. I give previews so you will recognize what approaches and refuse the fear that once charged you a fee to touch fake relief. Within days, you will see at least one confirmation of this vision, a callback, a second chance with gentler terms, a fee waived, a number smaller than your dread predicted, a schedule that breathes. When you see it, do not rush. Do not narrate. It's too good to be true, or watch me mess this up. Your words are doors. If you speak panic, panic will host you. If you speak peace, peace will host the promise. Guard your mouth. Say what I say. Write what I have shown you. Let your written words be seeds that grow into structure. Now that you can see it, you must guard it. Your words and your pace will either host it or hinder it. Guard your words by retiring the language of scarcity and self-sabotage. No more, I always lose it. No more, I don't deserve this. Replace them with truth that fits the house. What returns to me remains with me. I steward calmly and wisely. Peace is my permission. Guard your pace by aligning with the rhythm you felt in the room. Slow enough to breathe, steady enough to build. Do not lurch, do not delay. Move in step, pause, bring it into light. Order it on paper, then obey the next right instruction. This is how returning grace becomes retained provision. Stand at the window of that house again and look at the water. Can you feel how it does not perform, yet it fills everything it touches? That is the way I am bringing this back to you, without your old strain, without your old scramble. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. Neither can timelines, tempers, or the memory of past mistakes. Lift your chin, breathe, whisper, I host what returns with peace. Say it again. Let it settle. Keep your eyes closed one moment longer and agree with me. What was preserved is approaching, and you are ready to receive it without fear. When you open your eyes, you will carry the shape and the sound of this morning with you. And as it arrives, quietly, faithfully, you will not miss it. You will recognize your table, your light, your laughter, and you will say, this is that, and move with me. My child, stay with me. Keep that peace you just felt in your chest and hear this clearly. Do not misread the sign. The return I preserved for you is often quiet at first. It does not storm the room with drum beats and fireworks. It slips in like morning light across the table you just saw. It might look like a small email with a softer tone. It might sound like a conversation that lands easier than you feared. It might be a number that comes back lower than dread predicted. It might be a coupon that reduces a cost you once thought fixed. A tip handed to you on a day you did not hustle. A new idea that arrives simple and solvable. An unexpected apology that unlocks a hallway inside your heart and makes space for favor. Do not despise the day of small returns. Seeds do not look like forests when they are in your hand, but they hold them. The enemy knows he could not keep me from preserving your portion, so he will try to make you misinterpret how it arrives. He will raise familiar voices right at the doorway. It's too late. It won't work. You'll look foolish. Say yes now, or you'll miss it again. He will tell you the quiet thing is beneath you or beyond you. Beneath you because it is small, beyond you because you feel unworthy. He will press urgency on your shoulders or drape shame over your eyes. Recognize it. These are sirens from an old fire that is no longer burning. You are not obligated to answer panic. I am not in the rush, and I am not in the ridicule. I am in the steady invitation. Here is how you will receive quietly and wisely. When a sign appears, slow your body before you move your pen. Take a breath, deep, down into the belly. In, hold, out, slow. Drink water. Read the email line by line. Listen to the voicemail to the end. Ask for the offer in writing. Ask the clarifying question you were once ashamed to ask. Say, could you show me the timeline? Could you outline the terms? Could we walk through the costs and exits? Refuse to decide while your body is flooded. If your heart is galloping, your hands buzzing, your jaw tight, pause. If you are hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, do not make covenant decisions. Tend your body, then test for peace. Remember your guardrails, 1 night of sleep before major moves. 2 questions out loud. Do I have peace? Do I have order? If you do not have peace, you do not have permission. If you do not have order, you do not have clarity yet. Wait with me. Waiting with me is not missing, it is mending. Do not confuse suspicion with discernment. Suspicion is fear wearing a wise mask. It whispers that everyone intends to take from you. Discernment is peace with light. It allows you to see truth without panic or flattery. I will not make you guess in darkness. I will confirm gently, repeatedly, and near. In the coming days, you will notice unusual alignments, restored access to something you thought was closed, an account that unlocks, a gate code remembered, a login reset that finally works. You will hear the same phrase or see the same number pop up in separate places, patterned confirmations that nudge your attention without yelling. A contact who once took days will reply within minutes, and the tone will be different, measured, respectful, ready to work in the light. You will be offered time where there used to be a timer. These are not random, they are footprints. When a quiet sign lands, capture it. Write the date in your return log, the binder on the table of your vision, and record what arrived. Email from HR, role reopened. Bill, reduced by $47. Apology from vendor, new terms offered. Idea during shower, shift invoicing to 1st and 15th. Write what it invites, review terms, ask for scope in writing, call to confirm new balance, create template for invoices. Your written words are seeds that grow into structure. Do not announce the seed to everyone who follows you. Guard it until roots take. I am not hiding you out of fear. I am growing you out of noise. Tell the 1 or 2 wise voices who cherish your calling more than your comfort. Invite them to listen for pressure versus peace. Then choose the next right inch, not the whole mile. The mile will take care of itself when you keep walking inches with me. Hear me settle you again. It is not too late. The thought that hisses, "You missed your window," is not my voice. I hold time. I bend it when necessary. I recovered what you thought you lost because I am Lord over timing, not a victim of it. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. They certainly cannot close a door I am reopening. Your part is not to pry it open with panic. Your part is to recognize the hinge sound and walk through as a steward with calm hands. There will also be counterfeit openings that mimic blessing but carry the old scent of pressure. They will flatter, they will rush, they will hint that you must compromise peace to claim them. When you sense that shove at your back, step aside and let it pass. What is yours will not punish you for pausing to pray. What I preserved will not evaporate when you ask for clarity. I am not fragile, and neither are my gifts. Practice this posture when the sign comes. Receive, record, review, and respond in rhythm. Receive without narrating doom or destiny. Just take it in. Record it so your future self can see the thread. Review it with me and with wise counsel. Check for peace and order. Respond with 1 calm step. Send 1 email, make 1 call, set 1 reminder, schedule 1 meeting. Then return to your day. This is how you keep the sign from inflating into a panic project or deflating into neglect. I am already arranging your near confirmations. Expect alignment that requires less contortion than before. Expect restored access to tools you need. Expect repeated nudges that feel like the same door knocking 3 times from different angles. Expect a sense of lightness when you say yes to the right thing, and a quiet check when the counterfeit knocks. Expect that you will not need to explain yourself to be respected. Expect that you will be able to read the fine print. without your hands shaking, you will notice it because you will be calm enough to notice it. Take a breath with me. In, hold, out slow. Say, I will not misread the quiet return. Say, I recognize peace. I move in order. Let those words line the inside of your mouth so they are there when the moment arrives. Keep the binder on the table. Keep the pen that doesn't tremble. Keep the window open to the steady sound that reminds you. Provision is moving toward you like waves, not like sirens. Now prepare your heart. I am about to place in your hands a simple sequence so you can receive without panic and keep what returns with wisdom. You asked me for practicality. I am answering you. We will move in 3 calm steps, and each step will protect what I preserved. Do not rush ahead. Do not lag behind. Walk with me, and the quiet signs will become lasting stability under your feet. My child, here is the sequence. We will receive without panic by moving in 3 calm steps that will feel like breathing. Pause, order, obey. This is not a performance. This is partnership. You asked me for practical. I am putting keys in your hand. Listen and do this with me now. Then do it again tomorrow and again next week until it becomes your rhythm. Step 1. Pause. Before any money decision, any signing, buying, agreeing, quitting, moving, stop. Put your feet flat on the floor. Unclench your jaw. Take a slow breath with me. In, hold, out, slow. Whisper, Prince of Peace, govern my body, guard my mind. Give your nervous system 90 seconds to let the chemical storm pass. Do not make covenant decisions while your heart is galloping and your hands are buzzing. Check the simple things: hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If any are true, tend them first. Drink water, eat something real, text a safe voice, lie down for 10 minutes, then pray this out loud because your words are keys. Provision is coming to me with peace. Say it again, softer, slower, like you are laying a hand on your own shoulder. Provision is coming to me with peace. When you speak my peace, you open the gate that adrenaline tries to slam. Refuse urgency dressed as opportunity. Rushing is not faith, it is fear with sneakers on. I am not in the shove. I am in the still, firm yes that stands up without shaking. Step 2. Order. Returning grace looks for containers. I pour into structure, not scramble. Take out the binder from the table you saw. Open a fresh page labeled Order. Simple. 3 lines will do. Income, outflow, priorities. List what comes in by name and date. List what goes out by name and due date. Then choose 1 leak to close today. Only 1. Cancel 1 subscription you don't use. Turn off a notification that spikes your cortisol and tempts panic spending. Unfollow the feed that sells you anxiety with a discount code. Set 1 boundary that protects your peace. I do not make same-day financial decisions. My work hours end at 6. All agreements in writing. Write the boundary in your binder and put it where your eyes can find it. Now automate 1 good decision, not 10. 1. Set a small automatic transfer to savings the morning after you're paid. Even $5 signals order and invites increase. Or automate the minimum on 1 card to end late fees while you build your plan. Or create a peace reserve sub-account and name it so your brain recognizes safety. Move your taxes into a dedicated place so April is not a monster. Order invites increase because order declares there is room. I am not withholding from you. I am protecting you from waste. When you build a shelf, I can put weight on it. When you create a lane, provision can travel without spilling. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, but chaos can leak what I pour. So we end the leak with simple, repeatable order. Keep it light and livable. 15 minutes is holy. Schedule money, Monday for 8:30 a.m. Tea, light, binder, timer. In those 15 minutes, update incomes and outflows, close one leak, confirm one boundary, automate one good decision, then stop. Do not punish yourself with marathons. We are building trust, not drama. Step 3. Obey. After you pause and you order, take the next right inch, not the mile, the inch. Obedience in inches builds miles of stability. Send the email you have drafted 10 times. Hello, I'm following up to confirm the revised terms. Please send in writing. Apply for the role that reopened with the scope that honors your body. Negotiate calmly. Given the responsibilities, this is the rate that reflects the value I bring. Are you able to meet it? Ask for counsel. Could you review this offer with me? I'm testing for peace, not applause. Separate accounts if money is tangled with chaos. Open one clean place for bills, one for everyday spending, one for savings. Start the plan you can keep, not the one that flatters your fantasy. Call the company and request a fee reversal with a steady voice. Set a calendar invite for the due date with a 2-day buffer. Book the appointment with the tax preparer. Draft the invoice template for the 1st and 15th. These are not small, they are strategic. The enemy made you believe you needed a heroic gesture to break a cycle. No, faithfulness breaks cycles. Obedience turns keys. Do not wait to feel worthy before you act. Worthiness is not your qualifier, my choice is. I chose you before you chose discipline. I preserved what you thought you lost before you had a perfect plan. Move your inch today and let tomorrow's inch meet you when the sun rises. I will meet you in motion. Doors give way to steady hands. Now hear me instruct your mouth and your pen, because words are keys and written words are seeds. Say this out loud right now and let the atmosphere hear it. Provision is coming to me with peace. I do not rush. I receive in order. I obey in inches. Say it again. Feel how it sets the room. Then write this sentence where you can see it and where others can read it as a sign between us. I am ready to steward what returns. Write it in your binder's first page. Write it on a sticky note near the door and plant it publicly as a seed. Leave a comment and type those exact words. I am ready to steward what returns. Your written words are seeds. When you sow clarity, you reap structure. When you declare readiness, you open a lane for the return to land and remain. Before we continue, make a covenant signal. Press like as a sign between us that you are choosing calm over adrenaline. Share this word with 3 people you want to see free from panic. When you give revelation away, it multiplies back to you. Do it as worship, not as marketing. Sowing spreads inheritance. I see your obedience and I breathe on your seed. Practice the sequence today. Choose one decision in your path, large or small, and run it through pause, order, obey. Pause, breathe, pray, refuse the shove. Order, write the numbers that apply. Name the boundary, automate one good inch. Obey, send one message, make one call, set one reminder, close one leak, then return to your day. No fanfare, no frenzy, just a steady yes. You will feel the floor of your life solidify because you are building on rock, not rush. Within the next 72 hours, I will give you at least one chance to practice this in real time. A reopened conversation, a revised invoice, an offer in writing, a bill reduced, access restored. Do not meet it with old habits. Meet it with this rhythm. Pause, order, obey. Your body will try to sprint. Smile, breathe, and choose the pace that keeps the promise. Remember, you do not receive returning grace with adrenaline. You receive it with calm structure and obedient steps. And when you move like this, what I preserved does not pass through your hands. It takes up residence in your house. My child, lift your chin and let me widen your view. What is returning to you is not merely relief for your monthly breath. It is a river rerouted for a lineage. This is not a personal treat. This is a generational reset. The peace I am placing in your chest is designed to end a cycle that taught your family to brace, to hoard, to rush, to hide. I am breaking the rhythm of scarcity that trained your body to panic and your mouth to prophesy lack. I am writing a new cadence into your home that will echo down a hallway longer than your lifetime. Honor with me the ones who came before you. I was with your grandmother when she opened envelopes with shaking hands and folded the paper into smaller and smaller squares so the number might look less loud. I was with an ancestor who worked 2 shifts and took the 3rd with their silence so the children could sleep. I was with the one who cooked from nothing and called it enough, who gave the good portion to the guest and ate last, who kept a coffee can of savings behind the flour because banks had not proven kind. I heard the prayers said over sinks and on buses, the sighs on porches, the whispered, "God, please let my children live softer than I did." I wrote those prayers in my book. Today I am answering through you. You are the next link, not because you were the best or the loudest, but because I chose you and preserved you for such a time as this. Do not fear the word responsibility. I am not placing a weight on your shoulders and walking away. I am placing my hand on your back and walking with you. The return will not enter your life as a test you must pass to keep me pleased. It will enter your life as a partnership where I teach you to keep what I give without fear. Wisdom will not be a fog. I will make it plain. I will coach you in real time. Where to place, when to wait, how to say no, who to invite to the table, how much to set aside, where generosity multiplies rather than drains. You will not guess in the dark. You will not perform to earn. You will host what returns with order and joy. I am turning your house into a lighthouse, not a museum of what you finally acquired, but a beacon that signals peace lives here and there is room for others. When I showed you the house by the water, understand this. The point was not a view to prove you made it. The point was a window for generations to look through and learn the sound of steady provision, to be raised under the drumbeat of waves instead of sirens. Laughter around that table will tutor little hearts that money is a tool, and peace is the permission, not panic. Children born to you, fostered by you, mentored by you, will learn to check a box without shaking, to ask for terms without apology, to save before spending and give without fear. They will not inherit the crouched posture of dread. They will inherit the calm stance of stewardship. This is not hype. This is prophecy. Understand the warfare for what it is. The enemy raged over your life because he recognized the pivot point placed in your hands. If he could keep you rushing, he could teach your children to sprint. If he could keep you avoiding, he could teach your nieces and nephews to hide. If he could make you spend to soothe, he could chain your lineage to counterfeit comfort. But I intercepted him. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. What I preserved is returning, and it will plant pillars where there used to be leaks. You are not building a tower of ego. You are pouring a foundation of peace. Let me talk to you about generosity, because legacy without open hands calcifies into fear in another form. You will not be owned by what I give. You will be guided in how to flow it. Generosity will not be performative or pressured. It will be strategic and spirit-led. I will show you people and places where your gift unlocks dignity, where your yes waters seeds already in the ground. You will tithe not in terror, but in trust. You will give in ways that teach your house that provision multiplies when peace presides. You will set aside, you will invest, you will pay down, and you will also pour, measured, wise, joyful. When you model this, a generation will watch you and learn that fear is not their accountant and shame is not their budget. Now hear me rename you, because legacy begins with identity. Place your hand on your chest and say it with me, slow so it lands. I am a faithful steward. Again, I am a faithful steward. I am stable. I am generous. I am guided. Let the words settle like anchors. Your nervous system needs to hear them from your own mouth. Your calendar needs to hear them. Your bank app needs to hear them. Your children and your future children need to hear them. I am a faithful steward. I am stable. I am generous. I am guided. These are not affirmations you must sustain by strain. These are names I am placing on you by grace. You will create artifacts of this new era. A simple family rule. We do not decide big things when we are flooded. A monthly practice. We gather at the table and look at the numbers in light, with tea and breath. A shared language. If we do not have peace, we do not have permission. A small savings jar on the counter labeled seeds, to teach small hands that planting happens before picking. A ledger line called legacy, where a set amount goes every month to a future you will not see but I already inhabit. A story you tell at dinner about the time a fee was waived because you asked with calm and how peace paid you interest. Do not say, "Who am I to do this? You are mine." Do not say, "It is too late. I hold time." Do not say, "What if I mess it up?" I am the one who corrects without crushing. Partnership means there is grace for mid-course adjustments. When you drift, I will nudge. When you forget, I will remind. When you fear, I will settle. When you hesitate, I will confirm. When you feel alone, look around. You will notice me in the room, and you will notice others I have set around you, who carry the same calm fire for building what lasts. You are not rebuilding a brand. You are repairing a bloodline. In the coming days, I will give you small assignments that look humble but carry generational weight. Open a savings account with a name, even if the first deposit is small. Draft a simple will or designate beneficiaries, so what I entrust flows without confusion. Teach a child how to read a bill. Set up automatic generosity for a cause I highlight. Call a family member and forgive a debt you can release without endangering your house. Start a notebook titled Legacy Lessons, where you record the wisdom I teach you in the quiet. These are not grand gestures, they are stones in a path that descendants will walk without tripping. Breathe. This is bigger than you, but it is not heavier than me. I am carrying the weight. You are carrying the revelation. The return I am sending will outlive you, and that is good news. Your name will not be attached to every outcome. My name will. Peace will mark this line and make it recognizable in the earth. People will say, in that house, they do not panic, they plan. In that house, they do not hoard, they host. In that house, children laugh around bills because bills are just pieces of paper, and God is their provider. This is how I redeem time. This is how I harvest the prayers of the hidden ones who trusted me when all they saw was thin. Now let me cover you, mind, heart, and hands, so you move in peace and do not leak what is returning. Be very still for a moment. I am here. I am ready to seal what I have spoken, so it becomes not just a vision in your mind, but a rhythm in your bones. My child, be very still. I am here. I am placing my hand upon your mind, your heart, and your hands, and I am sealing what I have spoken. Pray with me out loud, so your atmosphere hears and your nervous system learns the sound of peace. Say, Father, thank you for preserving what I thought I lost. Thank you for covering my portion when I called the door closed. Thank you for keeping me when I did not keep myself. I receive your peace that surpasses understanding, guarding my heart and my mind. Now let me speak over you with the authority that cannot be challenged. I expose fear. I strip it of costume and crown. I sever its invoices and cancel its taxes upon your soul. I break the covenant with hurry, and I revoke the lie that rush equals faith. I release over you the government of peace that quiets storms without buying a single thing. I address the leaks. Leak 1, panic spending. I bless your body with comfort that does not require a purchase. I interrupt the pairing of anxiety and acquisition. I calm the limbic surges and teach your breath to be your first answer. I bless your senses with simple comforts that do not drain your future. Light, water, movement, song, prayer. I rewire the reflex that reaches for the cart. I make your home a refuge where peace meets you before an ad can find you. I declare, real peace does not require a purchase, and you will know the difference in your bones. Leak 2, rushing decisions. I give you patience without procrastination. I anoint your pace with wisdom. You will not lag from fear, and you will not sprint from pressure. You will keep covenant with the rhythm I gave you. Pause, order, obey. I bless you with the courage to ask for time, to sleep before signing, to seek counsel without shame. Waiting with me will feel like safety, not like punishment. Leak 3, avoidance. I give you clarity without condemnation. Numbers will no longer shout at you. They will become lights along a path. I bless your eyes to look and not flinch. I bless your hands to open the envelopes, to log in without dread, to write truth in your binder and feel lighter, not smaller. I release discipline that is gentle and sustainable, simple practices that you can keep and that will keep you. I decree protection over your finances with my name. Every predatory agreement is exposed and unraveled. Hidden fees surface and dissolve. Impulsive cycles are interrupted and replaced with steady patterns. I speak favor into negotiations. Your calm voice will be respected, your boundaries honored. I command refunds where you were overcharged, credits where you were misbilled, and mercy where penalties stacked unjustly. I order opportunities to rise from places that once ignored you. Roles reopened with right scope and timing. Invoices paid with interest. Introductions given without flattery. I release strategy that fits your life and honors your body. Clear steps for debt reduction without shame. Savings that begin small and grow strong. Investments led by light, not by lust. I post angels at the gates of your accounts. No unauthorized withdrawal, no disguised siphon, no partnership that drains. I declare, what I preserved will not leak. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and chaos will not waste what I pour. I invite confirmations, and I order discernment to take the lead. I ask on your behalf, and I answer even as I ask, clear signs, gentle and near, that align without strain, the same phrase appearing twice in one day, the number that keeps greeting you, access restored to something that mattered, a tone that was harsh, now softened, time offered where a timer used to rule. I tune your ear to hear peace and your eye to see order. I give you holy courage to take the next right inch when the sign arrives, and holy restraint to wait when the counterfeit knocks. You will not rush past returning grace. You will not call my quiet nothing. You will not call my timing too late. You will feel the check and you will honor it. You will feel the green light and you will step without drama. Now let us seal your mind. I lay my hand upon your head. Be calm. I silence racing thoughts and intrusive dread. I bless your sleep with instruction and your waking with confidence. No replay loops in the night. No catastrophizing rehearsals in the morning. I decree a sound mind governed by peace. I seal your hands. Be wise. I anoint your grip to hold without clutching and to release without fear. I bless the work of your hands to prosper in integrity and rest. I set skill in your fingers and steadiness in your wrists. When you sign, when you type, when you count, when you prepare, I hedge your provision. Be protected. I place a wall of fire around your storehouses and a calm within them. I dedicate your accounts to me and label them with peace. I root out every thief disguised as urgent. I bar the door to scams and flattery. I make your boundaries beautiful and your margins holy. My child, say after me, firm and slow, and let your room learn this cadence. I renounce fear and hurried decisions. I choose the pace of peace. I receive comfort that does not require a purchase. I receive patience that does not hide. I receive clarity without shame. I close the leaks by grace. Again, I renounce fear and hurried decisions. I choose the pace of peace. I receive comfort that does not require a purchase. I receive patience that does not hide. I receive clarity without shame. I close the leaks by grace. Feel the floor hold you. Feel your breath return. I bless your negotiations. Your yes will be yes, and your no will be no. I bless your refunds. Money returns where it left wrongfully. I bless your opportunities. Doors open without pressure. I bless your strategy. Simple, sustainable, spirit-led. I bless your counsel. Voices who love your destiny more than your drama. I bless your calendar. Appointments that matter. Interruptions that are holy. Buffers that protect. I bless your lineage. Children who learn the rhythm of peace. Elders who exhale when they see your steadiness. This is bigger than you, and I am carrying the weight. You will carry the revelation lightly and faithfully. Within the next 72 hours, notice the small tokens of this seal. The waived fee you did not think to request. The kind response you did not expect. The idea that feels obvious and doable. The quiet alignment you cannot deny. Do not amplify them into frenzy, and do not dismiss them as small. Receive, record, review, and respond in rhythm. Keep your binder on the table. Keep your pen that does not tremble. Keep the window open to the sound that reminds you. Provision moves like waves, not sirens. Now, one final seal in your own mouth. Say it with me, and let it mark the inside of your day. I will move with peace. I will steward with wisdom. What God preserved for me is returning, again slower, like you are writing it on a doorframe. I will move with peace. I will steward with wisdom. What God preserved for me is returning. Feel the warmth that follows those words. That is not hype. That is me. Peace is your protector. When you move calmly with me, returning grace becomes lasting provision. I cover you. I keep you. It is done.